Hear ye, gather round for another edition of Young Kings Wrestling featuring the Sovereign Soundboard. As always, you can find us on most platforms streaming podcasts, including Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, among others. If you're listening on iTunes, leave us a 5-star review. Links to all the platforms and merchandise and whatever else have you available at ykwrestling.com. Special shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring today's episode. SeatGeek, if you do not know, is a ticket application that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. They put a 0 to 10 score on each ticket so you know if you're getting a bad deal or if you're getting a great deal. Listeners of Young Kings Wrestling will get $20 off of their first ticket purchase on SeatGeek using the code YKWrestling. As always, I am the Thespian TC Fontaine, joined by
the Blue Blood Hunter Reek Helmsley.
Not Tara Reekin. That was terrible. That was bad.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Shout out to everybody that be calling Triple H by his Paul Levesque. Like,
yeah.
I told y'all shut up last week, but just because y'all want to be extra about it, I'm about to start calling him Terra.
Oh man,
his name's Terra from now.
He don't even look like a Paul, so it's like
he don't. This is why they call him Hunter.
Right? Yeah.
Like you better over like if you would have just called him Hunter, it probably wouldn't be as bad. You call this man Paul. You addressing him as Levesque, like shut up.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody off cam call him Hunter anyway. Like that's
right.
That's it.
His closest people call his wife calls him Hunter.
Right.
Shawn Michaels calls him Hunter. Road Dogg, all them X-Pac, all his boys call him Hunter.
The only person that probably call him Paul at this stage is probably his parents. That's right. About it.
Shout out to Triple H's parents, yo. And shout out to Young Kings Wrestling. Shout out to Nat Turner. I know this is random, but August 21st, 1831. You know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't need to tell y'all what it is. Y'all should know. If it's mostly black people listening to this, like I would assume, y'all know who Nat Turner is. White people.
It's a great day in history.
Look it up. It is.
It's a great day in history. That's why I wore this shirt. That's why I wore this shirt. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to a year ago today.
Yeah.
A year ago today. You know what I'm saying? Vegas for SummerSlam, which y'all punked out on doing again, but it's okay.
Yeah. Y'all thought y'all could do 2 stadium shows in 3 weeks. Not in the Continental. No.
Nah, bro.
It's all good. Hey, but we watch wrestling all week long here. What you been watching this past week, man?
So I got back on my 03. Kane just tombstone Linda McMahon on the stage.
Did he watch Eric Bischoff like 3 seconds before that?
I think so. So yeah, it was something like that.
That shit was crazy. And then he like look into the camera with the eye and shit. He was like, yeah, I remember that episode like it was yesterday, man.
Yeah, no, he threw. What was it? He threw the week before, I think.
That was when he threw
Bischoff through that table.
Okay, yeah. That's when that was. I'm getting everything mixed up.
But no, I watched that. I watched
Terrorists during summer.
Oh my god, it was terrible. I watched Vengeance 03, which I had forgotten that Kurt won the belt that night. Like, I'm thinking that he wins it back at SummerSlam. That's what I thought initially. And so he wins. I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
No, he was champ going into SummerSlam. I remember that.
Yeah, I'm like, hold the fuck on, man. That was fun. They was really building up like Big Show's gonna win it too. Like he was just washing these motherfuckers week after week on SmackDown, like throwing them through tables and everything like that. But other thing too, I'm getting caught up on Broken Skull Sessions. I just watched. I'm like halfway through Sammy's, and I watched Charlotte's when I got in the house. Man, I'll tell you something. We know there's a lot of Charlotte haters out there. I gotta tell y'all, man, this hate is unwarranted. It really is. Because like if you just listen to the interview, like this is somebody that's like admittedly still figuring this shit out. And you can't even tell. Like all these people that think like, okay, yeah, she established now, so she just throw her weight around. It's like that's not it. That's really not it at all. She's the perfect example of that phrase, student of the game. Like she just does what's best for the moment. Like if something ain't gonna work, she's not with it. Like the whole thing, because she talks about Mania 35. The biggest complaint that we had was like she got pushed into the match. She says, I came into TV and they told me I'm just gonna insert you into the match. That's exactly how it went down. Like she wasn't trying to gun for nobody's spot. It was just what she was told to do, so she fucking did it. So it's like all this about like she's as humble a person as you could find. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I sat there thinking like, damn, motherfuckers hate this woman for what? I don't get it. Y'all some weird. It's fans. Yeah. We didn't get into that.
Right. Yo, you talk all day about y'all.
So, you niggas,
man. But no, I've been like back and forth on the Sami Zayn Broken Skull session, so still trying to finish that, and then I'm gonna start Charlotte right afterwards. So I got a lot of catching up to do on that. I feel like it's some previous Broken Skull sessions I did not finish. I just like I fall asleep during them a lot because it's easy to fall asleep watching Broken Skull sessions. Like it's not boring. It's just it's two people having a conversation.
Yeah.
And it's real quiet. It's real, they got good microphones in that studio. I don't hear no background noise. So it's solid.
That's what I'm saying.
It's soothing to me. I'll be falling asleep. Big shout out to them though. So I gotta check that out. This past week I watched a couple Triple H promos from 2011. More on that.
Oh boy.
What else did I watch this week, man? Outside of the regulars, my TV shows is wrapping up and everything. So Better Call Saul it's over, man.
Done? It's done?
It's done.
Oh man.
It's quick spoiler alert. I would fast forward 10 seconds if you have not seen it. I'll give y'all. All right. If you haven't changed it yet, it's your fault. Better Call Saul. That nigga went to jail in the first like 15 minutes of the episode. He got caught quick. And the rest of it, he was trying to be on some gangster shit, and then like, all right, we're still on spoilers if you're still here. Mm-hmm. This nigga, if you watch Breaking Bad, you know all the shit that this motherfucker was doing. Right. This nigga was able to only get 7 years in prison. He was able to talk them down to 7 years. And then he ended up having a heart and realizing his ex-wife was gonna get in trouble. So this nigga just confessed to everything, and now he in prison for 90 years. So that's how it ended.
Goddamn.
90. Nigga, I don't care about nobody that much. I'm sorry. You said I'm not here 7 years after all the shit I did. Man, listen. Nah, bro. No, Raising Kanan started up last week though, so I gotta check out that new episode.
Facts, I gotta tap in.
Check that out. So I like watching The Shy just to hate watch it. Cause it's that bad. It used to be good. I used to enjoy it. And then like it started being trash and I was already like invested in the characters and shit. So I keep watching. I've been watching the last like 3-4 years just to hate on it. It's that bad of a show. So I caught up on that. They got like 2 episodes left. So I'm all caught up on that. I don't watch Game of Thrones, so I don't really care about that. But I never was really into incest and dragons and shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, I might at some point jump into it. Like my pops was asking me if I was gonna catch it tonight. I'm like, I ain't even start Game of Thrones, and that's gonna be a whole work. Yeah. Like I need another pandemic before I can do some shit like that.
Right. I might start in like a few years once this shit ends and then all the hype is dead and shit for real. I thought it was dead already, and then this shit started. They're gonna start a prequel and shit.
Yeah.
Now I gotta deal with everybody. Cause like people was hyping Game of Thrones for the most irrelevant reasons to me. Somebody was like, y'all don't like Game of Thrones? They got titties in it. Y'all don't like titties? I can go see titties anywhere.
Like, what? Oh man.
Like I could turn on any program. I watch Power. Titties all over Power.
I'm about to say, there you go. And every spinoff too.
Yeah. So. Multiple times an episode.
Yep.
Listen,
Power, every fucking thing.
Yeah, and Power, not that good of a show either, but it's entertaining to me.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't care if it's good or bad. I fuck with it.
Facts.
I got hooked.
Big facts. Like that's that investment. Because once Ghost went to prison, that shit was trash.
Oh yeah, it just
I'll still
first three seasons was fire.
Oh man. Third season.
Yeah.
So you remember when Edge came back?
Yeah.
At the Rumble, and we was all popping like crazy. That's how I was when Tommy choked out Holly. Like I literally popped for that shit, bro. Like, why did I get so? I stood up. I was like, "Let's go!" Like you would have thought my team won the Super Bowl, bro.
No,
that's how it was.
Damn, he really did that shit. Like, I wasn't surprised. I mean, like, that's I wasn't either. Like you know, y'all. That's the thing about like when you really got a dude you got love for like that. That's your bro. Like y'all can fight and all this other bullshit. But at the end of the day, it's like, nah, you talking about you put a head out on my brother? Fuck that. Nah. Plus, he was on that booger sugar too. So man. You know that's like that Scarface rage. When you fuck up, you fuck up.
Hey. You already know what it is.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tommy though. I gotta check his show out one of these days too.
Facts.
One day.
I only seen the first episode.
Same. I might have watched the second one. The second one didn't move me, so I was like, I'll check this out later.
Facts.
Big shout out to Power, the Power Universe, 50 Cent.
Yeah, man.
I'm waiting for BMF to come back. That's my shit for it. I like BMF more than all the other shows. Low key.
Yeah, I gotta start that.
Big shout out to them. Royal Address of Rumors. Let's talk about NXT UK is no longer, or apparently it's changing into NXT Europe, which makes more sense to me. Your longest reigning champion was not from the UK. This guy was from Austria. It only made sense should have been NXT Europe years ago. You have people from France on the show, like your women's champion is Japanese. So it only makes sense.
Yeah, I'll just
I got more to talk about NXT UK later, but this is y'all was getting mad at Triple H too for talking about he killed the British wrestling scene. Like that shit killed itself. Because he got all them weirdos there. I got more to say about that too.
Y'all just talk shit to talk shit.
Yeah. Y'all was getting mad. He was talking about expanding into Japan before the pandemic started.
Right. He had
poor New Japan. Y'all stopped caring about New Japan when AEW came on.
So I'm saying all that expansion, all the arrows that was pointed out. Y'all remember that meeting?
Thanks.
It's funny too, because it's like, how is that different from what Vince did? And y'all, his father didn't want him to do that. People was calling him crazy, putting hits out on him for expanding into the territories.
I seen a thread trying to make it like Vince was a bad person for doing that. Like, you would not be watching wrestling now. You would have nothing in wrestling to care about now if he did not do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that ain't like everybody went away. If you was a star where you was at, then you was just a star on a bigger platform and exposure.
And folks was getting paid too.
Exactly.
Y'all forget to mention that Vince McMahon was like probably the first promoter to actually be paying people what they was worth and being able to afford to pay people what they were worth.
Yep.
Because like some promoters, like either they was a janky promoter and they was skipping out on paying their workers, or they just couldn't afford to pay certain workers, and then those guys had to go to Vince anyway because they knew they was gonna get paid. Like that's literally like what happened on Young Rock. Mm-hmm. Y'all didn't know the Rock's grandma ran a promotion in Hawaii. And then certain guys she couldn't pay. She told him to go to Vince McMahon. He can pay you. Y'all be tripping though. Shout out to Shawn Michaels though. He got promoted.
Facts.
You got more details on that? Because like I don't know the job title or nothing.
So it is
like head of talent, like vice president of talent development or something.
Vice president of talent development. It was earlier this week.
That makes sense.
Yeah, man.
He got a whole portfolio over the last 11 months. As
about to say, like,
shout out to 2.0.
Yeah,
that's his baby. I like 2.0 better than Black and Gold, low key. People got more characters now.
It depends on what. It just depends on what you into.
Yeah, I like characters more than the the 30-minute leg slap fest that we was getting in all 2019.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just said like Vice President Talent Development Creative. It's basically the job that Triple H got when he switched over to the backstage role and started scaling back on the in-ring stuff.
So he just 2014 Triple H.
Pretty much.
Not bad. Not a bad
Which
thing.
Shit, not at all. You know what he's doing.
Facts. What else we got on the royal address?
This one's gonna be funny. Brandy Rhodes could be showing up on WWE TV real soon.
Oh, hey, what?
Turn
it up.
It's about to be open mic night.
Yeah. Apparently, last Friday she wrestled during an in-house live event. Because that's where they send a lot of the developmental talent to get some reps in, so they can work on the in-ring stuff. She's not on the NXT roster, but that's something that we could be seeing real soon. Obviously, the plans that they originally had for her would have been a lot different if someone wasn't hurt right now and home recovering. But yeah, we may yet still see her pop up on our TV screens for some open mic night.
Listen, there's always room for improvement. Especially when she got people, she can filter her ideas through, which she did not have a year ago, a year and a half ago, when she was all over TV, cutting these promos. So,
that's right.
As long as you got somebody to be like, hey, that's not it.
Right.
As long as you got that, she good.
Yeah.
Because, listen, TJ Wilson back there training the women. You know what I mean? Finley, I think, still around.
Just be
like in ring, you can, in ring, you can do your thing. Outside of the ring, you don't have to the code switch like you was doing.
Yeah, please, for the love of, don't come on my TV screen talking about you a black bitch to no black wrestler, no black belts, no black anything. Keep all that shit.
Rhonda, you a black belt?
Yeah, no. Leave that shit in almost exclusively white where it belongs and stays and hopefully dies real soon.
Man.
Sheesh, man.
Facts. What else we got, bro?
You seen Emma got quietly, her contract is up or she got released from Impact.
Yeah. Impact wasted Tenille Dashwood the last couple years. She literally did nothing, which was strange to me. She probably should have been champion. Y'all wanted to keep Deonna Purrazzo as champion forever for some reason.
Yeah, that went a little bit too long, and now it's like with her team with Chelsea Green, she's kind of cooling off a little bit, so it's not hitting the way it used to be.
Impact had a lot of momentum before like January of last year. I wonder what happened.
Yeah, that did not work out the way they thought. I'm sure everyone had this like, everybody got like real hype and excited about that. I'm not even gonna call it a partnership. It was really, really basically what it was.
Kenny comes in and wins all the belts. That's what it was.
I mean, it was more like a parasite, just finding the victim. Parasite just got in there, infected the host, and left. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Because Kenny came in there and won all the belts, and their champion never made it on AEW TV, and the belts only came on to AEW when what's the name won it? Gallows and Anderson. Right. And even then it was only like minimal. So that was piss poor. Real piss poor.
Yeah.
So Bayley Stable got a new name. It's Damage Control. That's the trademark that they filed for. It's not bad. I could rock with it.
Better than Control.
Way better.
Control, not a bad name. It's just Damage Control. Especially like that Bayley's whole reasoning of being there, it makes sense. The name, like she's saying, man, this women's division was on some bullshit when I was gone. Now I'm back. Gotta do Damage Control. It makes sense. It makes sense.
So you gotta decide who you believe on this, because Friday we were supposed to be getting the tag team of Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark in a match with Sonya Deville and Natty. They got pulled just a few hours before the show, and instead we got Toxic Attraction. Now, there's two stories going around about that. One is that one of them was injured. Apparently, Zoe got a concussion from the match at Heatwave. And then another came from Alka-Seltzer Inc. saying that Nikita never made the trip because she wasn't vaccinated, couldn't go to Canada. So, depending on who you believe, if you pay $13 a month for speculation, then that's the story that you want to go with. But for those of us in reality that know that that's cap, I'm just going to stick with the story that maybe Zoe got her bell rung in that match because it's more believable to me. And it was a dope match.
Yeah. Both things make sense to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Cause like, Karrion Kross was also not on SmackDown.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
You might be right.
It might not be cap. But it might be cap.
Might not be.
So either or.
Speaking of suspicious, apparently Sarah Logan's back with the company. We saw the whole Viking funeral for the New Day, and she just happened to be present in that video.
I was gonna say something about that when we got to SmackDown, but I just want to say, don't bring her back on my TV, mustying my TV up again.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say. You ever see somebody that look like they stink on TV and you just smell it?
Oh man,
he got dreads. She don't got locks.
Yeah,
those are dreads.
It don't look good either. It really don't.
That's why I think she musty, because I ain't gonna lie to you. All white people with dreads, to me, they look musty to me. They smell like cigarette smoke and sweat. Because in order to get white people hair to mat up like mine, is very, very neglectful period that you have to go through not washing it. So that's just where my theory stems from.
I'm about to say that would add up. That would make some sense. I seen somebody tweet out like, "Oh, now she want to wear a mask."
That's funny.
Oh man.
It's crazy because like I be seeing people say these things about these wrestlers, like not wearing masks and not vaccinating and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'll be feeling like I think some of them do be wearing masks, or at least they did. Cause I seen Brian Cage in person. He had a mask on.
Yeah, that's right.
Like this nigga was following the rules. I feel like more people are inclined to follow these rules than folks can imagine. That's just me though.
Maybe. I don't know.
Let me put on my conspiracy hat. I don't know.
But... Hey. Now, last thing I got.
They just don't like having to follow the rules, but they'll do it though.
Yeah. Last thing I got. Edge was doing the rounds, doing some interviews. He promoting his match tomorrow night with Priest, and said a couple things that one I kind of hinted at before, but also he's got an idea of seeing the end in sight, end is near, getting to that point. Probably within the next year and a half, maybe WrestleMania 40. But yeah, I mean, listen, it's only been 2 years in, and he done already put up some Hall of Fame numbers again.
Thanks.
I talked about before, like he kind of plays that, not actually Undertaker, but he like kind of plays that Undertaker role, and he talked about that too. It's like he's the guy that is in the locker room. He doesn't like have his own like bus or nothing like that. Like he's in there, people that need help, if they want advice or whatever, just come to him anytime. And yeah, exactly. And like when he was hurt after that match with Randy, he actually spent like 3 weeks working creative, but because he had talent, it just wasn't like sitting right with him. It didn't really give the vibe to him. But he was like, what's another way I can help? Well, who needs help with like promos, something like that? Give me a couple people. Like he would do some Zoom for like an hour a day with a bunch of different people, like just to help them to put together something, whatever ideas they're working with. Just kind of, playing that role, paying it forward, a lot like guys that he came up in the business looking up to. So yeah, that's some dope shit. But I'm not looking forward to seeing the end, but we know what's coming. My short list of people: Cena, Christian. That's about it. Like if you're going out to the end, if not, you just got to put over somebody younger, which there's a whole list. So thanks. Whoever that would be. But Cena was at the top of that list. Yeah, if not none of those guys, it would probably be him. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Because everybody gonna put him over.
Of course.
Regardless if y'all like it or not. Everybody putting him over. If you're watching the video version, you know who I did. I might have accidentally threw up a gang sign when I did it. So I'm not gonna do it again. I definitely accidentally threw up a gang sign. It was a total accident. So don't be knocking at my door, y'all. But if you're watching the video version, you probably have an idea who we talking about.
Yeah.
He main evented Raw this past week for some reason. For some reason that match main evented. I don't know why.
But see, I like that though. I'm not mad at that.
The match was cool.
Like, you got like a different feel for like each, different types of talent getting a feel for that slot every week now. It's like 1 week is AJ and Miz, next week now you got Theory and Ziggler. It's like you kind of seeing who feels comfortable in that role, who's making it work. So I can rock with that. Yeah,
it just put the right people in that slot. Like don't be having like, Jay Lethal closing his show out and shit. Because what was that about a few months back? Like why is Jay Lethal closing out Dynamite? I don't know.
I got questions.
With two other motherfuckers that I don't think have been on TV ever since. Fucking Sanjay Dutt and the big Indian dude that y'all was calling the Great Khali for some reason.
I'm about to say they still doing this.
I think they might still be together because I seen like the promo for this week. I think that was with Jay Lethal. I don't know, but yeah, for some reason that closed out a show. You want to hook people when you close a show, but I get what you're saying though too. But just have the right people.
True. Yeah. Like
Theory, I personally would have put AJ Styles and Bobby Lashley in the main event, but
yeah, I thought that was going to close out the show, honestly. But I mean, you're pushing Theory. He's a younger talent, so I mean,
More on that later, though. That's it for the Royal Address.
Yeah.
We don't got nothing to discuss.
Oh. How could I forget?
wait, hold on. Wait a second. Sovereign soundboard tripping.
Oh.
It say it's loading. Like it got something loading. What?
I'm packing the air, this gas or what?
Peasants, you peasants. Damn, he hit us with a peasant of the week.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess. I wonder who it could be. Who?
Oh, man. Well, where do we start? Well, first off, I want to start this by saying that we told y'all. And I firmly...
I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was playing, but I told y'all niggas.
As recently as last week?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because Mr. What's his record? 0-1-1 in the UFC?
Yes.
Mr.
I say no, 0-1-1. Yeah.
Yeah, 0-1-1.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I heard 0-0-1. Yeah.
It was 0-2, but it changed 0-1-1.
Well, they flipped for some reason. I don't know.
Bring that ass here, boy.
CM Punk.
Boy, oh boy.
Bring that ass here, boy.
So, well, let me enlighten the people. Enlighten everyone who hasn't been.
Give us some context.
Haven't been up to date on this, because this is what we call long-term booking. So, wind the clocks back since we've been talking about this date in history. Let's go back a year around this time. I think it was a day earlier. Yeah. Almost Exclusively White proudly presented an episode of Rampage live from the United Center in the heart of Chicago where the Bulls play, entitled The First Dance. From the time that show got announced, the rumor mill went crazy about could it happen? Could he show up? And without just
Michael Jordan was never showing up.
Nah. Without just outright saying his name, they basically confirmed it in the weeks that followed. So, sure enough, Chicago-made chick magnet Punk Phillip Brooks,
crying mostly.
Walked back through the curtain in a pro wrestling promotion on live TV to a raucous ovation. Everyone's going crazy. Grown-ass people were crying, embarrassing themselves on live TV. And, I mean, look, it was a great moment. No, nobody can deny that. 7 years away, CM Punk being on TV in 2021 was good for not just Almost Exclusively White, but all of pro wrestling. We were all prisoners of the moment in that time. But then, we got on here like we always do, and we tell it to y'all straight. We said, listen, this is good. This is great. This is something that is, the business needed a little bit of a spark at the time. This was it. This was one of those things. But we left with a word of caution, because we said, hey, while you're enjoying this, while you're soaking up all this fun and this hype around him being back, we did tell y'all that this shit is going to just slowly start to scale back a little bit at a time once Phillip starts being Phillip. In fact, you said that. Once Phil starts being Phil, you're going to see that shit start to change. Why am I bringing that up? Well, as early as this past week, CM Punk decided he was going to cut a promo. And he did it real specifically to take a dig at Adam Page about something that happened, 3 months ago? When they were hyping up Double or Nothing, their match up there. Adam Page is a straight shooter. He's a good guy, but he's not going to pull no punches in his promos. And he was bringing up some stuff about Punk and Colt Cabana, which we all know is real deep and personal to the man. Punk apparently didn't like that. And reports came out this week that Punk had been so upset about all the promo material and stuff that Adam Page was throwing out there leading up to Double or Nothing, that he was out there giving threats to leave the company. As early as this past week, Almost Exclusively White executives did not even know that he was going to show up until an hour before the show. That's why he was not promoted in the days coming up until, 7 o'clock? Show goes live at 8. So 7 o'clock is when CM Punk's first promotion for being on the show came up there. Let me pull these quotes up. Sources claim that Punk has often verbally expressed his displeasure, including recently so blatantly that they thought he might end up quitting the company. It was said by those close to him that he might have almost decided to stay home instead of coming to Wednesday's show, but they don't think he would have quit, and there's no indication he plans on leaving AEW. But one veteran said that they have heard threats being levied. Oh man, it just keeps on getting better. It keeps on getting better. He before the promo that he cut on Moxley, he was taking a dig at Paige, talking about not coming out and being a coward instead of doing cowboy shit, saying that the apology should be larger than the disrespect. Again, talking about something that happened 3 months prior. And that part of the promo was a shoot. Apparently, there was nothing that was pre-planned before that. He just came out and said that shit. And then he went on to cut his promo about Moxley, which, let's be honest, he wasn't lying about that.
Nah, he wasn't lying.
But yeah, man. Philip being Philip. Negrodamus.
This bitch.
It's crazy to me, man, because we told y'all. I've been saying that. For some reason, y'all still prisoners of 2011. I grew up. That was over 10 years ago. I grew up. I have a more of a world view now. And realize that he was in the wrong the entire time. But that was 2011. It was a storyline based on real life. Cole Cabana thing is funny to me because he went on this man's show saying some slanderous things, near defamation type things that you were saying on your friends, quote unquote friends podcast. And WWE contacts your friend and they're like, we need you to take this down, sir. Or we're going to seek legal action.
Yep.
You say, nah, don't take it down. If they come at you, I'll pay your legal fees. So he leaves it up. They came at him. All of a sudden, this guy decides to not pay the legal fees no more. Where you at?
Where you go, bro?
That is why they aren't friends anymore. Cole Cabana actually stopped doing his podcast for that reason. And Cole Cabana was one of the first wrestlers to do a podcast back in the day. He was actually pretty good podcast before the CM Punk episode.
Yeah, he was doing numbers.
Like one of the first. Like literally one of the first.
Yeah.
So that is why they aren't friends anymore. Apparently, Cole Cabana was going to get fired a few months ago, and they decided to just convert his contract to a Ring of Honor contract. Ring of Honor, they don't have any television shows or any other shows going on besides a pay-per-view that they just did about a month ago, a couple weeks ago, something like that. Man, listen, Mr. What I call him, coping mechanism Punk. That's what we got going on here. This is crazy to me because like we've been saying this and folks is just still stuck in 2011. And now when this stuff comes out on Thursday after the promo, all of a sudden I'm seeing people posting clips of these old Triple H promos. I had to go back and watch them too because Triple H was telling the truth.
Oh my God.
Telling the truth back then. John Cena was telling the truth back then. I told y'all last week I was watching the Kevin Nash promo. He was telling the truth. And then all this stuff happens now. All of a sudden now y'all on board. You niggas fickle.
Man. Oh my God.
Because for some reason y'all didn't see it until somebody had to wave it right in front of your face. These are the same people that talk about how Vince McMahon insulted their intelligence. There's no intelligence to insult. Guys just not that smart at all. And then Booker T came out and said something. I got a Booker T quote. I'm probably gonna skim past the quote, like it's pretty long. Booker T comments on the situation. He said, get my Booker T voice on. Now, I'm not surprised. I've been in the locker room with him. Everything we're hearing in the news right now, I'm gonna stop the accent. It's kind of bothering me. He said, everything we're hearing in the news right now on social media, I'm not surprised one bit. I know the fans really love CM Punk. They got some kind of love affair with this guy. I've said it before that he has that ability to make fans feel a certain way about him, and those fans have followed him forever. it was on that 8-year ride, that 8-year hiatus, waiting on him and holding on to hope that he'll come back. Finally, he comes back, and now we see that it's not about the wrestling. Triple H and John Cena said that 10 years ago. Let's just say that it's not about the wrestling at all. It's about being in the right situation. That situation is financial. Apparently, this dude's getting paid like anywhere from $3 to $5 million a year.
What, today?
Currently.
Oh, hell no. Tony.
Whereas Chris Jericho and John Moxley, I believe, also getting paid in that range. But he didn't want to cut that bread for Cody.
See.
He didn't want to give Cody $3 million. he gave Chris Jericho, giving Chris Jericho and John Moxley, they came in 2019.
I'm about to say,
perfectly understandable why they get
that. I get. Like, Chris Jericho was your guy for mainstream exposure. John Moxley was your first like big defector that was gonna get you some real eyes and ears. I get that. That's fine. But Cody was one of the dudes that built this shit.
Literally was carrying this company on his shoulders, which is why his shoulder was fucking weak and he tore his pec a couple months back from carrying the motherfuckers.
Nice.
You didn't want to pay him.
He came back into WWE injured already.
Yeah, you didn't want to pay him $3 to $5 million. Come on now. Come on, son. And then this dude comes in. I done told y'all this dude and beat Darby Allin as one of your pillars. Beat him. You beat MJF, another one of your apparent pillars. He came in. Who else did he beat? He beat Hangman Page.
3 pillars.
And he ain't one of the official pillars, but he one of the dudes that you supposed to be building the company around. He done beat all these guys.
Yeah.
And talking about, I'm here for the guys and the girls in the back. I'm here for wrestling. We're going to make wrestling a better place. Nah, son.
Pardon?
We
as far as
told y'all niggas.
Last time I checked, I haven't seen, and mind you, I don't watch regularly. I just, take a peek in every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Thunder Rosa been? Where's Ruby Soho been? Yeah.
I think Ruby been on like Dark or one of them joints. Where the
fuck
Thunder Rosa been?
Told y'all that was gonna happen.
Yeah, y'all knew that was gonna happen.
Where's Andrade been?
He was on Dynamite.
Well, no, because he has a, which again was just the exact thing I didn't want to see was him in another faction, but whatever. We know Keith Lee has shockingly kept his TV time. Him and Swerve, they got the tag titles, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, listen, man. The change that needs to happen in that company is not happening. So all of this is rah shit you were doing when you came back was cat.
Ruby Soho hasn't wrestled on Dynamite since June 1st.
Wow.
August 21st. Almost there.
Case in point. Where's the change, Philip? Where is it? Which is why, like, these promos from 2011 just hit so much harder. Because Triple H said it. He's like, listen, me and you ain't that different. Like, I was all about stepping over toes to get my way to the top. I just looked everybody in the eyes and told them straight up, you just wanted to make yourself a martyr out here, acting like you're trying to save the people and making this big grievance about it. Like everyone is so mistreated and shit like that. The town is mistreated when really it's just you. You know what I'm saying? The process of making this a better place is only about making you the centerpiece. And that's what happened.
He wanted to be treated like John Cena without having to do the John Cena work of media appearances and all that stuff.
Like, bro.
Remember Undertaker got on his neck?
Oh, yeah.
Because he was showing up to media appearances, just rolling out of bed, whatever.
Yeah, like you're not dressed. And the funny thing was
put in work to do it.
That's why
nobody wanted to do nothing for you.
That's what I'm saying. Like he really tried to make it seem like Taker was just like bugging out for no reason. I'm like, you're a world champion. They put this responsibility on. Mind you, there's 2 world champions, but you were the world champion of that show. You were basically the top attraction on SmackDown during that time. So yeah, they put a lot of responsibility on you. So it's a big task to ask you to dress the part. Everyone else did. You see, we talked about it before. You seen Batista's fits when he was world champ.
Right.
He didn't spare no expense. Like he made sure he was looking right. But that's what you're supposed to do. And Taker being the godfather of the locker room, it's like you don't question when that man tells you something. He's like, listen, you a champion, dress like a champion. You shut the fuck up and you take it. But he didn't want to do that. That's why he got 10 minutes at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I was literally looking it up right now. I was like, how long was that match? It was short.
It was not long at all. It was not. He got an ass whooping, grand opening, grand closing, like as he should.
It's loading up right now. Wikipedia, it's kind of slow sometimes.
I want to say it was about 10 minutes.
This is why folks need.
It wasn't much more than that.
Yeah, this is why Wikipedia be asking us to donate so they can have faster servers. Because it's kind of slow right now. What we got, and it was the first match on the card, 10 minutes, 24 seconds,
right at the start of the show.
And CM Punk was the champion, and Undertaker beat him in 10 minutes in a Hell in a Cell match.
Yep,
to start the pay-per-view because he was on that bullshit.
Got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Deserved
cooked.
So.
Mr. Cooked by Mike Jackson Punk. Cooked by Mickey Gall Punk.
He wanted to tweet out like if everybody needs me, I'm here. Sir, you are several months late because we needed you back in the spring, back in the winter. Like you've been taking your sweet time getting here.
I heard something said he because like I didn't know this dude was like a photographer for the UFC too.
Really?
Or he was a photographer. Listen, don't quote me on this. I'm not going to quote the person that said it. But I did see he was like a photographer. I don't know if he was a UFC photographer, but I did see somebody say this dude whooped Punk ass and then went to go for take photos of the rest of the show.
Damn.
God did.
That's a story and a half.
Constantly moaning Punk.
I'm telling you, man. That's a damn shame, man. Like what the hell going on over there, man? The honeymoon period had to end, and we told y'all it would end.
Yeah.
And when it ended, you would see a different person.
It was drastic too.
Literally 1 year on from that day, what are we seeing? And it's like you had to know this was coming. How many other people deserve to be wearing the belt right now? There's a guy.
There's one guy that's been off TV for like 12 weeks.
That's exactly where I was going. That's exactly where I was going because he just cut a promo saying, hey, you went out here, you got money to pay all of these former WWE guys and putting them in the spotlight and putting them on the main event, putting belts on them. But the guy that's been sitting here since day one, putting everything and putting all this work in and night out, gets no love. And now he's been gone. Supposed to be, might be coming back soon, but he ain't been on TV.
Bro, the longer he off TV, the more I believe he went out there with a hot mic and just started shooting.
Oh yeah.
And because
he did.
And because the guy running the show is such a beta, he didn't do nothing about it.
Oh yeah.
He let him go out there with a mic mad and say whatever he wanted.
Oh, he was stupid. He was sniffing that pure Colombian because he really thought like, oh yeah, you go out there, you cut a nice shoot promo, shoot on. He really think he Vince. Like, yo, shoot on me. Tell me what you think. This motherfucker is 25 years old?
Yeah, 26, I think.
He still has his entire career ahead of him.
Man.
And he's one of the hottest prospects in the business. Why would you do that? Like, and now Vince is gone.
Right.
So even if Vince had any reservations about the dude, that's out the window. So if they want to sit up there and say, hey, I like the way he was talking that shit. We got some space, you know what I'm saying? When the door's wide open, you see all the people that's been coming back. You know what I'm saying? DJ Paul going down the budget cut list as we speak. So I mean, they got room. He was taking up a whole lot of the budget for some side pieces. So like a lot of that money might be going to some more productive use. I'm just saying.
Facts, man. All I'm saying, man, see, all them folks went over there, and now they realizing grass
Oh,
ain't
yeah.
greener on the other side.
Oh yeah,
That just means it's fake over there.
I'm telling you, bro. What's his name? Brian Pillman's kid, Junior. Him and Griff Garrison. Varsity Blondes was one of the biggest talents that they initially promoted. They ain't been on TV. They were just tweeting about that the other day. Somebody
Blondes in
mentioned
2.0. Imagine it.
Oh man, it's crazy. Shout out to Still I Rise. But no, like they was one of them talents that they promoted early on. Don't see him no more. Somebody just tweeted like, "Oh yeah, another week goes by without seeing Varsity Blondes, Griff Garrison, and Brian Pillman Jr." They like that tweet because it's like, yo, it's the truth. Miro was talking a couple weeks ago, like, yo, listen, I was getting treated better in WWE than I'm in here. And he been listen, that the Redeemer gimmick is fire. Why are you taking that off TV?
So much potential.
That's what I'm saying. He's not hurt right now. What's the problem? But again, it's the change. It's the change that Philip promised. You know, I'm looking for it. I'm still looking for it.
It's to change the culture, man.
It's real wild. It's real wild out here.
It's to change the culture. Enough of that guy. Until we have to cook him again next time.
Yeah, which there will be a next time.
It's going to be a next time.
Like this is just the start. Y'all in for a long ride.
Oh yeah,
you almost exclusively white stands out here. Oh,
because how Anthony gonna respond now that he actually got to be a boss for once?
Oh, I can't wait for that.
This dude on Twitter talking about ratios. You are 40 years old, sir.
Oh my God, I saw that tweet. Like what, sir? Oh.
But Kanye West has a line. What's the song? On Sight. He said, "Old niggas mentally still in high school." That's him.
Yeah.
That's him. Let's talk about NXT Heatwave right quick. Let's recap that. All the right players won. So everybody I predicted to win won. It was a very easy show to book. So
that's all you need.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels, he didn't do no crazy shit, thankfully. Because I was scared he was gonna make like one wrong decision for a couple of these matches. But we had the Santos Escobar, Tony D'Angelo, had a little street fight.
Yeah.
Santos Escobar is banned from NXT, which I think is just him, not his crew.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, we all knew that was gonna happen.
Listen, I said it last week. I'm like, listen, you can have it because I know what's coming next now.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for it.
Good. Carmelo Hayes versus Giovanni Vinci. I don't remember how that ended. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually totally forgot.
Oh.
It was like an interference spot, wasn't it?
I want to say yeah. I don't.
It wasn't clean. I know that much. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't remember who interviewed.
Yeah, somebody.
It's driving me crazy. Hold on.
In the middle of it.
It's driving me crazy. Let's circle back on that one. What else we had? Roxanne Perez versus Cora Jade. I told you Cora Jade needed she needed to win, and she won. Good decision. Because listen, it's babyface booking one-on-one. The babyface finally conquers they biggest op, and they move on. And it's gonna be a way bigger moment when Roxanne beats her in a couple months versus if she just beat her in the first match. I wouldn't be surprised if Cora got another one over her before then. It's just typical babyface booking.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
What else we have? Yeah, so that's a good one. Mandy Rose defeated Zoe Stark, which was the right decision. But now I feel like at this point you really backed yourself into a corner because like, what's the end game here? Did we wait for Roxanne to get done with Corey?
I have no idea anymore. Like, The fucked up thing is we were going it felt like we were going a certain way with Cora. And for whatever reason, we just took the finger off the pulse of that, turned her heel, and just gave her another direction. Which, I mean, if you saw something that we didn't see, maybe, I don't know. But that could have been something. Like, I'm sure they would have gotten a reaction from the crowd if you gave her that moment. But it's like, now what? Because you got Nikita out there, you got Roxanne out there. There's other options. It's like you'd have to build up somebody else at this point. And how much longer are you going to wait? Because I don't know after this week. You might not see all the Toxic Attraction after this week.
Right.
We never know. So it's like, who knows? I mean, I don't think Mandy needs to be there much longer. I think, the goal was achieved. Like, she can go back to the main roster tomorrow and slot right into the women's division and is way farther along than she was before. So, I don't know, man.
I mean, it's a good problem to have.
Tight spot. It is.
That means you just put on your thinking cap a little bit better. Going back to the North American Championship, it was definitely Trick Williams, which probably should have been obvious. But yeah, Trick Williams interfered. Mello got the win on that one. And then we had another segment with Diamond Mine, and Julius Creed called out Roderick Strong, said, "Hey, that match with the D'Angelo family a couple weeks ago, you was on some bullshit, nigga.
Yeah,
what was you doing?" And Roderick Strong, I didn't know Roderick Strong had a crazy lisp that needed to just keep a microphone out of his hand forever.
I kind of peeped it a little while, but I didn't think it was that.
I didn't know it was that bad, bro.
Yeah, right. That promo kind of really put it on Front Street a lot.
So, but they was about to get active. He started copping please, and then he didn't have enough time to finish copping please because here come three niggas that I haven't seen in a very long time because I'm very inconsistent with my NXT UK viewing.
Until they said the name, I didn't even know who they was.
Yeah. As soon as somebody was like, "Oh, that thing's Wade Barry," he was like, "That's more coffee." I was like, "Oh shit, this Gallus."
What?
Gallus, who I've said before on this show, when I did used to watch NXT UK on a consistent basis, they low-key had the best theme song in the whole company. You heard it at the end of this segment. It was a slight banger. And they came in and they invading NXT 2.0, as well as Blair Davenport, formerly known as Bea Priestley, something like that. I don't remember. She was in AEW for like a cup of coffee when they first started. He was beefing with Britt Baker when they first started.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think it was it Fight for the Fallen or Fighter Fest, one of those. Like one of their first pay-per-views specials that they did, and her and Britt had a match or something rather. But then in the main event, Braun Breaker defends his NXT championship versus JD McChickens.
Hey, you big head motherfucker, why you hating so much?
He came in and beat the shit out that boy. Like,
right.
Oh, he's beating the shit out that nigga.
He was though.
And then after the match, here comes big strong boy Tyler Bate with the championship on his shoulder.
When
so
did
I'm
he
so
win
confused. So let me elaborate. Apparently Ilya Dragunov got hurt. I ain't watched NXT UK in months. The last time I watched NXT UK was when Noam Dar won the Heritage Cup. I don't remember when. I was like February or some shit. This has been a while. I did not know Ilya Dragunov was hurt. No idea. So they ended up running a tournament that Tyler Bate won. The thing is, the tournament wasn't done airing on NXT UK, and they just had Tyler Bate show up on regular NXT with the belt So I'm just all confused. I see Tyler Bate with the UK title belt. I'm like, what the? When he win this? And Shawn Michaels apparently don't care. He also don't care that you keep bringing a lot of these UK dudes from Speaking Out, the Hall of Famers, and bringing them in. Also kind of crazy. JD, Gallus, Blair Davenport, she was named in that shit too.
Mm-hmm. So the next Worlds Collide is just gonna be like 2.0 versus UK or some shit like that.
Shit. All of Europe, apparently.
Yeah, I guess so. That's gonna leave some room for debuts or returns or something like that. I don't know.
As long as y'all put a male on my TV. If y'all don't know who a male is, look her up. A male NXT UK. Do your Googles. It's Googleable. Look that, man, listen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I dig it.
That's all I got to say about that. Shout out to Shawn Michaels, though, doing his thing, booking another great show. It was fun. It was cool. I didn't really pay attention to the main event because I didn't care about the build. Like, this thing, I like Braun Breaker. Y'all don't do me no favors. Y'all put Braun Breaker with, some bullshit. Now, Braun Breaker and Tyler Bate, I can get into.
That would be dope.
But it didn't seem like Tyler Bate was necessarily challenging him. It was more so like, I'm here. What's good?
Yeah, it kind of like, it might be one of those like Survivor Series situations where like they just bring in their champions, face NXT 2.0 champions, some shit like that, which I ain't gonna be mad at that either.
No.
Just give me some clarity on this.
Facts. Big facts. That means you got to get them belts off of Bull Buchanan's son and Josh Briggs.
Oh,
yeah, get them belts.
I still like. Do they just have like a hall pass to just jump over to UK anytime? Because like,
I guess so. Everybody was over there.
That's what I'm saying. Like Roddy was over there at one point. Chase U. Then all of a sudden, these motherfuckers go over there and win their titles. Like,
I was confused when they won the belts. I was like, when the fuck they win them belts?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
it is what it is. I'm just saying, get the belts off of them so I could see. I would much rather like to see like Gallus versus the Creeds, which seems like that's what they line it up for anyway. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, give me that.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Do Monday Night Raw or SmackDown? What you trying to talk about next?
Let's get out Raw.
Yeah, let's knock that out here. I only watched the Hulu version because Better Call Saul. So there's some stuff I might not talk about here, and I'm probably gonna wish I did after I look it up. But we started off, we got a Judgment Day promo, and they did their usual spiel about them stereos. Here come Ray, tried to jump all three of them, and ended up getting his ass cooked.
He got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Hey, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
Damn shame.
Like, dog, you can't fight your way out of being a bad father.
Nah.
That's all I'm saying.
A little too late for that. Like, you should have had this energy. You didn't have this energy for Eddie. Like, he wasn't running up on Eddie. Was he? Am I wrong?
Right. I don't think so.
Nah, he wasn't running up on Eddie like this. And he was violating way more.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Eddie was at your neck. That whole year, he was at your neck.
This nigga brought a camera crew to go visit your son at the playground. And you didn't run up on him once. You waited to the match. You was a bad father in 2005. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was bad. That's terrible.
Elsewhere on Hulu, we had Drew McIntyre showed up, which I guess he was looking for Roman because he felt like Roman ain't gonna show up on Fridays. I'm gonna just see, he can show up on Mondays. I'm gonna just show up and see if he here.
he's doing.
That's my theory.
He's doing Roman Reigns' spiel from 2017 or 2018, whichever one.
See, Roman isn't showing up to work. Which, like, what goes around comes around.
Yeah.
But
I guess, you know, it.
But, you know, I'm jumping ahead a little bit. Roman came out on SmackDown, was like, hey, son, listen. Even if I ain't here all the time, it's still my shit.
That's a big fact.
But
big fact.
Yeah,
and it's like, listen, everybody talks their shit about that lifestyle till they live it. You know what I'm saying? Until they understand. Because like Rock was talking all that, not Rock. Cena was talking all that shit about Rock going off to Hollywood doing his shit. What's Cena doing right now? Yeah,
the guy that we spent like 25 minutes talking about earlier, doing the same shit.
There you go.
But
so I mean, it's what it is.
Yeah, so Drew was doing his thing, and then Kevin Owens came out, basically saying he was entitled, and Drew went off on this nigga.
Boy,
and then I don't think folks listened to everything else that Drew was saying because y'all was focused on the last thing that he said. Cause y'all got so hyped that Drew said the word wrestling. You remember when The Rock said Toronto, and then Toronto, that's how y'all was acting over this dude saying wrestling and saying wrestlers. Right. Yeah, like you remember last week I was like, y'all act like fifth graders when y'all find out wrestlers is in relationships with each other. And y'all just act like little kids. Y'all do the same thing when somebody say the word wrestling on WWE. Y'all just act like children. Like you remember in school, and the teacher would cuss, and then we just get all hyped. That's how y'all was acting. It was kind of embarrassing. Like the word wrestling shouldn't have y'all clapping like seals. It should. Because if I remember correctly, the last time that they did use the word wrestling to promote something, y'all wouldn't shut up about them saying it too much. You included, sir. The last time, yes. The greatest wrestling match ever.
Listen, that was about the tagline. They had nothing to do about the word. That tagline business I was not for. Because like that whole pandemic era was all about a tagline on every pay-per-view. That was driving me nuts. That's all that was.
But I'm just saying they use the word wrestling before. It's literally in the company's name. So the fact that they be saying it on TV shouldn't have y'all acting like this, bro. In fact, I got a quote from one of my favorite wrestlers, bro. You know him. You know, the happy one. He was on Instagram. So it's this dude. And the fact that, you know, wrestling fans are crazy and they don't like getting called out, and they go and block your page and report your page and get you suspended and all that good jazz. So this dude is on a private page, but he knows Baron Corbin personally. He knows like EC3 personally. And his whole page is just shitting on wrestling fans for being wrestling fans. Basically shitting on you niggas. So he ended up posting something similar about like motherfuckers getting all hype over the word wrestling being used. And then Baron Corbin comments on it. He says, the only people that actually care about that word probably live in their parents' basement and on Twitter. It's 5%, maybe 10% of our audience. The families with kids don't care what Twitter thinks. I like going by WWE superstar or sports entertainer because it's much larger and it plays to a much larger audience. It does, which is why
you said that here.
Yeah,
you said that on here.
It's literally like, because when people hear the word wrestling, they be like, that fake shit, that country redneck shit. But when we say sports entertainment or WWE superstar, it has a more widespread appeal.
Right.
It's just basic marketing, like taglines. It's marketing.
It's what they do when you see them anywhere else. Like anytime you see like a wrestler on the Today Show or something like that, they're WWE superstar. It's like you just said. Like it's
way better than saying they're wrestling.
Simple marketing practices that everyone exercises. Like,
every business worth they saw.
And other thing too is like they've been, ever since the man took over the job, they've been doing away with all these restrictions on stuff that they say. So let's not act like this is new.
Yeah.
This is like they've been doing this since he got in here a week ago, 2 weeks ago. They've been saying belt and shit like that. So come on now, relax.
All right, calm down. Also, we got a Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle promo, and this dude done apparently stomped some sobriety into Matt Riddle because
no
dude,
jokes.
He was
no
talking
laughs.
right. Yeah, it was none of that bullshit. Hey, listen, and this is the first time he didn't get cooked. So listen,
Stay off the weed.
Yes, sir.
I had no idea that soundbite was that long. Listen, if it keep you from getting cooked, you should stay off of it until you done beefing with this nigga, because y'all didn't have beef for a while now. And this part, Seth blouse was crazy.
Yo, why does dude look like he's shopping Victoria's Secret? I don't understand. Like, oh, I get it. You're going for overly over the top, androgynous, flamboyant shit. But dog, this certain shit. You just, as a man, I feel like you should just think about, don't go in Becky's closet to get your shit no more. Like this,
right?
Like just,
especially because she's not on TV right now. And you think it's all good and say, shit, I'll wear this. You ain't gonna be wearing it.
Right. Like, don't do that. Like I gave you a pass with the WrestleMania fit. That was up there, but now you veering off into Prince territory. We gotta chill a little bit.
Right, man. Only Prince can pull that off.
Yeah, man. Cause he'll still get bitches while doing it.
Oh no, Prince, man, listen. Don't get me started on Prince.
Yeah, man.
This dude was 4'11" and dressed the way he dressed and pulled crazy women.
Ridiculous.
Crazy. We also had Lashley, AJ Styles, first time ever. Amazing match. Amazing match. I forgot to mention Drew and Kevin Owens was a good match too. That was.
Oh yeah, that was a slapper. I need more of that. This Kevin Owens, bringing prize fighter Kevin Owens back, I'm here for all of that. Like, Kevin Owens is a great talent no matter how you slot him in there. But look, I said this already. When DJ Paul take over and he start pushing his guys, Kevin Owens was one of his guys when he first came up, and saw what they did with him. So if we get that back, I'm here for this.
Yes, sir.
Especially if we're gonna separate the titles sometime soon, which we really should.
Yeah. Listen, I love this shirt. But it's about that time. It's about that time. But Lashley, AJ Styles, that was a great match too.
Yep.
Dexter Lumis apparently is stalking AJ Styles. This is the second match he is trying to invade in 2 weeks.
I was like, why though? Why AJ?
Well, yeah, out of everybody, why this guy? We know the reason. AJ needs something to do.
Basically.
But damn, like, what's your motive for stalking this guy?
This was one thing if it was somebody from NXT.
Theory.
It's like Theory makes the most sense, but what AJ do? Like, and is he still mute? Is he gonna start talking? Like, yeah, it's a lot of, and it's not a bad thing, but it's a lot of questions that I'm gonna need answered. Like, pretty soon. Like, you do this 3 weeks in a row. If you do that shit again tomorrow night, then I might be like, okay, all right, talk to me about what's going on here. Like, leave me.
You don't like flat Earth conspiracies or something?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what this man do to you?
Like, draw a picture of what he did to you, or what crime he committed against you.
You an Alabama football fan?
Right.
Like, what's going on here? You just don't like them Georgia Bulldog fans? You just taking it personally on people? What's good?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he talks through his art. So just sketch it up. Just give us something. That's all I need.
This week on Raw is gonna be a good one. We got Damage Control versus Alexa Bliss and Asuka in the women's tag tournament. Main event me, please. We got Edge versus Damian Priest. Edge's first match in Toronto since 2010.
That could be main event too.
Could. And then Trish Stratus is coming back.
Oh,
I'm just saying, Bayley needs something to do.
Facts.
Like Bayley's girls is doing all the work. Like I'm just saying, I don't know what premium live event is after Clash at the Castle. I'm just saying, is it
up here, up in Philly?
Okay. Saying in Trish Stratus, I don't think Philly is that far from Toronto. I don't know geography that well if it's not in the US. I have no idea where anywhere at in Canada is at. I just know Canada is Canada. I think Toronto not that far from like Detroit. Maybe.
I think that's closer.
Yeah, that's about all I know. I'm just saying, Trish, what you got planned next month or the month after that?
That's what I'm saying.
Bayley been talking about fighting you for a while now. So
that's facts. Yeah. What didn't she say like her and Sasha versus Trish and Lita or something like that?
Yeah, like 2 years ago.
That was that. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's what I thought. But yeah,
I can run that too.
I'm with it. Mm-hmm.
I'm saying Trish. I like when Trish come back. She
Always,
still go.
man.
She didn't lose it ever. This was my favorite women's wrestler growing up, and she probably my favorite women's wrestler all time.
Hell yeah.
And the fact that it took me so long to accept that there were other women better than Trish Stratus. It took me a good like, what did Charlotte and all those girls come up? 2015?
Yeah.
I didn't really start admitting it till maybe around Evolution, the pay-per-view.
Basically.
I was like, all these women better than Trish and Lita.
Cause I'm like, because you had to look at who she was running with. Like outside of Lita and Victoria, I didn't see nobody on her level. Yeah. Like it's just that I didn't see nobody that was like on her level like that. So it was
those five
stuff,
and that was really good.
Basically,
like Jackie wasn't around full time, so I can't really include her.
Oh, which Jacqueline or Jack? Like
no, I'm not talking about Jackie. Charlie Haas's wife, Jackie.
Okay, all right.
Put some respect on my name, dog.
Well, that's why I was making sure.
Is that a physical voicemail?
I think so. I didn't know that was in here.
And my dude Reek living in 2002.
Like I did not even know that was in here.
Everything makes sense now, man. We got this camera. You got a physical voicemail. We found out Reek got a house phone. I think he got a house phone too. I heard a house phone back like months ago.
It was one.
Oh man, you got a VCR too?
Nah, honestly, I wish I still had one.
No, me too, low key.
Those was the days.
Hey, VCRs was hard, bro.
Yeah,
I used to have all the tricks to the VCR. I used to time it. I used to tape Monday Night Raw and shit.
Every night without fail.
Set the timer on Raw, like.
Facts.
Oh, it's a movie that I used to watch when I was a little kid, and it's coming on in the middle of the night. We don't got DVR. Let me set that recorder.
Facts.
Shout out to VCRs, man.
Yeah, man. I was talking about that to somebody the other day.
So you ever like go buy a movie? Man, listen. I used to go buy a tape or something, and so used to have this trick. So on the video on a VCR cassette tape, it was like a little square, and it used to have you could and when the square was exposed, you weren't able to record over it. But I need to record my wrestling, and I don't got no blank tapes. So I'm gonna take this tape. Oh, we don't watch this shit. I put a piece of tape to cover it up. Rap. It worked now. It's recordable now.
I used to do that too. Yeah, I used to have some old Ricky Lakes or Oprahs that ain't nobody watching no more. I'm like, get this shit out of here. Hey, I got to watch tomorrow, man.
Big facts, man.
Oh,
I know we just showed our age on here.
Yeah.
Shout out to any listeners who don't know what a VCR is.
Thanks. I am curious how many of y'all are there.
Yeah, you probably don't get half of the references that we mentioned on this show.
Facts.
You don't know what a VCR is. You don't know a lot what we talking about.
I said Ricky Lake and like half of y'all just
niggas like Ricky. Who? Ali Jesse Raphael.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, and we move on. This lady called at my job a couple weeks back, and I got her, and it was a black lady. She was watching Maury in the background. I was about to keep her on the phone. I wanted to hear what happened.
Yeah.
Like, you the father or not?
Oh man.
Hey, let's go into SmackDown and we can wrap this up. 1200th episode of SmackDown. 1200. I think
was at the 1000th, so this had
1000 was lit. It's crazy though, man, because like 1200 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I know I'm old. I remember when SmackDown started.
Yeah.
Like I'm old enough to. I'm not old enough to remember when Raw started. I was literally like 3 months old, but
yeah,
I'm older than Raw and SmackDown. But I don't remember when Raw started. I remember when SmackDown started though.
It was that year we was just seeing life.
Man. 1999 was a movie.
Hell yeah.
1200 episodes. So many things have happened over the last 23 years. But now we have Roman Reigns as our champion, and the Usos not around because I don't know. Usos, I don't think we're allowed in Canada or something.
They got issues at the border.
Yeah. So yeah, the Usos apparently don't ever show up on TV when they're in Canada. I've noticed that. So if they're not around, Sami Zayn can finally sit down and talk to Roman Reigns, and he did. Sat in the locker room and talked to Roman for a good 5 to 7 minutes. Like Roman let him answer his phone and everything, man. Mob ties.
There you go. That's
real.
all he wanted.
Yeah,
he just wanted some one-on-one time with the Tribal Chief. He got it.
And Roman was cool about it. And you was talking shit about his cousin though, which was a mistake.
Yeah, you can't be doing that. Can't be doing that.
Like, I'm watching this uncomfortably. Like, you good, bro? You tripping? You right?
Yo,
I know you're smarter than this, bro.
Oh, that's why I had a tweet. I'm like, he out here walking like Tommy, going to be a made man. Like, you don't even know they lining you up right now, bro.
Because Tommy, he was hype. He was like, he gonna make me a made man. It was like, okay.
Had his nice suit on, everything like that.
He told his mama all that.
Right, like he was hype.
Man, shout out to Goodfellas, man. But he did show his loyalty to Roman in the end. You know, he's starting to do his part a little bit better after Jey Uso got in his ass about it. He pushed Roman out the way of almost caught it a bro kick. What's it called? Claymore?
Claymore, yeah.
Pushed him out of the way, caught a Claymore. Roman still caught a Claymore in the end. So, like, how effective was it really? I don't know. But Sami Zayn, over his head. I know he was at the crib.
Yo, listen.
Like, I know he was at the crib. But, yeah, they ran a little injury spot. They had me worked a little bit, too.
Yeah, like, because it was the same shoulder, right?
It was the same shoulder from when he debuted in Montreal versus John Cena.
Yeah.
So, like, once somebody pointed out that it was the same shoulder, I was like, okay, I feel a little better.
And I started to think too, because I'm like, all right, y'all hear this crowd. I know who I had initially picked to win, and they went with the right choice, which I'm paid with.
Yeah, I had
but I'm
Sheamus
like,
winning, but I was like, Sammy got to win this joint.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, so if he's not hurt, and I started thinking, I'm like, yo, what if they brought him to the back, change the finish, have him come back out here and be like, yo, we putting my guy over tonight. So I wouldn't have been mad, but I'm like, listen, Sheamus, Gunther, in the UK, listen.
Big meaty man slapping me.
Ooh,
I can't wait.
man. Ooh, that's gonna be some shit.
I might call off work for that one. I work on Saturday mornings. I might call off work to watch this joint.
Oh man, I'm not gonna be available anywhere else. I'm off Saturday, thank God. But man,
Sami Zayn though,
going to hit.
Y'all might have just convinced me to have Sami Zayn be the one to beat Roman.
It could happen.
Like the way that crowd, y'all can create a man. The last time y'all created a baby face that you could potentially create with Sami Zayn was Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Like it's a golden opportunity right there. If he's the one to beat Roman, oh my God.
Well, I mean,
I know y'all talking that Drew mess, and like, look, I love Drew. Leftover lasagna.
Yeah.
But like,
and it's not like he can't do it. It's just gonna be like, all right.
I think like I wouldn't be mad if y'all just had Drew win the WWE title and let Roman keep being Universal.
Right? Yeah.
Like, I don't need Drew winning both because this is not how we can end Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
it's been 2 years, bro.
It's what I've said on here. It's like whoever beats at this stage in the game, especially, and I said this a year in, that whoever beats Roman has to be like that next star you're gonna build. We're 2 years in now, so that goes double. So you have to have someone that's like really gonna take the top off this thing. And Drew has already had his moment, so it's not gonna be it. But it's like with the crowd, the crowd changes so much for any moment or any star, because it's like you think back to some shit like WrestleMania 18, like with Rock and Hogan. You take the crowd out of that match, it's garbage. Like, I'm sorry, it's mid at best for Rock. It's average for Terrence, but it is what it is. The crowd is what makes that one of the best moments on that card, arguably the best.
That crowd is the reason that match is the greatest wrestling match ever.
It's up there, yeah. Like,
to me, that's the best. That is literally wrestling. That's pro wrestling right there. That match.
Yeah. And that's what it's about there. Like, same thing for Rock and Cena, honestly. Like, Rock and Cena, I think, was decent, but the crowd being there for that quote unquote once in a lifetime, it's like that's what did it. But and that goes like to your point too. Like Daniel Bryan, the crowd being over for him and them yes chants, stuff like that, is what elevates that talent like that. So, like, if that's what Sammy's getting, if they get that outside of Canada, we got to start having this conversation.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, that was dope. What else we got on SmackDown, man? Ronda Rousey, she wasn't attacking no cops. They knew better.
Which, by the way, I didn't have an issue with that until I realized that they were in Canada. I thought Canada had Mounties. How y'all got regular cops in Canada?
Yo, I said the same thing. I was like, what happened to the Mountie?
Right. Like somebody lying to me. What's happening here?
Continuity it's all bad. If we wrong, if we got any Canadian listeners, let us know. If we wrong.
Yeah. I know there's some of y'all out there. Just
let us know if we stereotyping.
Because if it's true, if y'all switch to some, just some normal ass cops, then okay, cool. I just didn't know that.
Because I thought all Canadians looked like Terrence and Phillip. Until I was proven wrong. So
I ain't heard Terrence and Phillip in so long. Oh shit. Oh,
No,
man.
she wasn't attacking no cops though. Even though her great ancestors were looking on and wanting her to do it.
Yeah.
She wasn't gonna do it. Liv Morgan though. Got her ass cooked.
Boy.
He got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
She got cooked.
Boy.
Do you see her face?
Yo! I just seen it like an hour ago. That like messed her all the way up, bro.
Hey, Shayna fucked her up, bro.
That was some disrespectful.
Shout out to Shayna.
Just stomped your shit.
Big shout out to Shayna, man.
Yeah, man. This is all I ever wanted. This is all I asked for.
Like, she left over lasagna too, because
yeah, like
it's been 2 weeks and it's already like
it's all so
night
simple.
and day.
It's all so simple. This is all I asked for, and now I'm happy.
Yeah, man.
And she's probably gonna take the belt at Clash at Castle.
Ain't no probably. It should happen. It better happen.
If it don't, I'm gonna. Depending on how they try to do this, if they try to do the same shit, the type of thing they did with Ronda, I might have attitude. But either which way, there's very little room for getting out of this. So do the right thing. That's all I'm saying.
Facts. We got the debut of Toxic Attraction. They move on in the women's tag tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Easy decision again. Probably the worst segment I have seen in a very long time, and I love these guys. Hit Row.
I was just confused. Like I was with y'all, but I'm like, what? You just
I was with it.
Just having a concert out here? Like,
listen, see, I don't mind it because John Cena used to rap.
Yeah.
The things John Cena didn't rap for 5 minutes.
He just, did a quick freestyle for a match.
Yeah.
That's different.
I thought they was just gonna get on the mic and drop a couple bars like they did last week.
Yeah.
And be done with it. No, they did a whole ass performance. And I was just like, eh. Because the crowd wasn't messing with it. And we literally just talked about that. The crowd makes a lot of what, folks is doing out here. Mm-hmm. So if the crowd wasn't messing with you, and y'all are in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Listen, son. They not really gonna respond to rap that well. Especially the type of rap y'all do.
That is the wrong.
So this gimmick is this gimmick is gonna work with certain crowds only. Montreal is not one of those crowds.
Yeah.
Where they at next week? Detroit? It might work in Detroit.
Oh, it can definitely work in Detroit, no problem.
So try it again in Detroit, see what happens.
There you go.
But yeah, we didn't need a full performance of it. It was very awkward to watch, which I noticed a lot of the segments were paced weirdly on SmackDown. Like the Roman and Sami one was long as hell. I was kind of like, damn, this still going? Yeah. Like I was engaged, but I was like, it's pretty long. I would.
Oh yeah, the tension in that whole scene had me. Like, especially when he left the room for a minute, he said, "Yo, answer the phone."
Right.
Oh man.
But like that was a little longer. This one was a little long. Yeah, let's try it again in Detroit. See if it works. If not, let's not do it again.
Yeah.
Fool me once, shame on you.
Exactly.
You know the whole rest of the thing. And then I mentioned it earlier, but don't bring Sarah Logan back to musty up my TV again.
Yeah, please don't.
I don't need that. I don't need those problems.
I don't know where she even fits in the grand scheme of things.
Nah. Like a manager, maybe. But even then. Because it's really hard for me to care. I just wonder, like, all right, we got a funeral for the New Day. So how they gonna come back? I don't know. But this all I got in my show notes. You got anything else?
We could
talk about CM Punk some more then.
Oh no.
It was all good just a year ago.
So we're not giving him full peasant, but somebody showed us a little too much that we didn't need to see this week.
Yeah, we got two. I don't want to. They're not gonna give full peasants, but We get honorable mentions. So first, Chris Jericho.
Yeah,
man. I want to see your feet.
Please don't ever do that again. Like, literally, this was not even an hour after we got off last week. I go on Instagram, just pulled up Instagram. Just click on the icon. Saw? The first thing I see is this man's feet. Because of whatever, his toenail got ripped off or some shit or whatever from a match. And he put some caption, y'all think it's real? Yeah. Like, bro, you've been doing this for 30 years. Nobody, you are not the person to be trying to still be arguing this bullshit.
Right.
You're supposed to be so far beyond that it don't even affect you no more. But not even that, let alone that, showing people, bro, you what, 50 years old? About to be 50 years old? Come on, bro.
I think he is 50.
Like,
it's Googleable, but I don't feel like searching it, so I'm not going to.
Is he close enough?
I do believe he is over 50 at this point. I think he turned 50 like a year ago. But nah, that's kind of. That's why like it was hard for me to get into Rusev at first because he didn't wear no shoes. Like Matt Riddle don't wrestle with shoes on. Like this is wrestling, bro. Put some shoes on your feet. I want to see your feet. I don't really like feet at all. Like I think people that have foot fetishes are weird.
Yeah.
Which is like my favorite movie director has a foot fetish, and there are feet in every last one of his movies.
Oh yeah. Unnecessarily too.
Bruh.
Like
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That I just wanted to go there. Like if you needed any further proof, you were even on the fence about maybe you exaggerating. Watch that movie. Watch how many times. Like,
and it wasn't that it was just feet. It was dirty feet.
Yeah. In a movie theater. Like, come on, man. You gotta have some damn fucking class.
Have some couth.
Yeah. There you go. Like,
you are my favorite director. Have some couth. Y'all know who I'm talking about. We don't gotta say his name.
And it makes me go back and like watch a whole lot of these movies, and it just you see it
every single one.
It's
every one, bro.
Damn.
I don't like feet. Like the weird nigga from Nickelodeon, foot fetish.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't. Ooh.
Like go watch like Sam and Cat.
The one with the they got the locks a little bit.
Sam and Cat was damn, what's the girl's name? Ariana Grande. That was her show.
Okay, yeah. Cause my sister used to watch that show.
Yeah, it was a lot of feet going on that show. Oh. It was real weird.
I mean, Nickelodeon got some sketchy shit going on, so you know
it do.
Which ain't surprising me, but
nah. And then honorary peasant to this guy, if you can see it.
Oh my god!
Y'all can read that.
That was funny.
I miss my child's birth for AEW. Imagine missing your kid's birth to watch Aria Daivari in the main event.
Yo.
And the thing is, I said that on Twitter. It's as a joke. Come to find out, Aria Daivari really main evented the last taping of AEW. Because the taping schedule, I believe it goes Dark Elevation, Dynamite, and then Rampage.
Yeah.
Aria Daivari main event and Rampage, which means, assuming there were no other dark matches, that was the last match of the night. Yep. Of the entire night. You miss your kid's childbirth.
I don't have words for that. I really don't. Like,
I barely could understand if it was like WrestleMania and it was The Rock and Roman Reigns.
Sure. But
But you miss your kid's childbirth to see Bryan Danielson and Daniel Garcia.
I'm just gonna revert to what I said a couple weeks ago. We don't hate AEW. There's nothing wrong with the concept, but a fish reeks from the head on down. And when you got pure Colombian snorting away and making his decisions, it just trickles down. There you go. It just trickles on down. Now you got a champion. We just talked about him. It keeps on rocking. And then you get to the fans. Case in point. So there's a disease that's infecting AEW, and that's why we say the things we say. I just need y'all to understand that. This is perfect example.
No malice. Just all facts.
Yeah, it's true.
We still ain't plug socials yet. So if I would have said plug socials and then the timer would have just been running.
Oh, yeah.
We might keep it short this week. Plug your socials.
Yeah, y'all can find me at RickHavoc24 on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, go check out the Havoc Hour where I talk sports and entertainment on all streaming platforms. We find Young Kings Wrestling, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts, and the video versions are up on YouTube. I got a long list of episodes that I got to pull up, so just keep it locked for a new episode either this week or next week.
You gonna be talking about Anthony Joshua?
I'm not gonna give him too much time because I'm not that surprised. But
did you watch that fight?
I didn't. I was just keeping up with the chats and stuff. Well, yeah, it's that man is sorry. That man is sorry.
Dog, this dude, something wrong with him.
My CTE acting up.
Something wrong with him. Cause this dude was just rambling.
Oh my god.
It was actually embarrassing to watch, and I'm glad I won some money off of him losing. So
oh, he's sorry, bro.
Man, he's sorry as hell, bro.
Yeah. Then I saw fucking Kamaru Usman got knocked.
Ah, man.
Out. Woo. That I gotta talk about.
It was a nice little kick too. He caught him real good.
Yeah. Dusted that man.
Hey. To a nigga named Leon.
Yeah. Send him to the Shadow Realm.
It is what it is, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody has a day, man.
Yeah.
I remember Silva got knocked out for the first time. I thought,
oh my god. I met Chris Weidman too. He was up here. He was doing they had a little like restaurant and bar where they would be like showing all the UFC fights, and they were showing Mayweather and McGregor there when he fought Floyd. So like the place was packed out, and I just see this tall ass dude walking by. I'm like, who the hell? That's Chris Weidman. I'm like, oh shit. Got a picture with him and everything. Like, yo, because he cool people. He had like his hand was broke at that time or some shit like that. He was healing up for him, but yeah, man, it was wild.
Shout out to fighters, man. Let me plug my stuff and then we get up out of here. I am the thespian TC Fontaine. You can follow me at tc.fontaine. That's just a period, not like the word dot, on Instagram, or TC Fontaine all together on Twitter. And then follow Young Kings Wrestling everywhere at YK Wrestling. Go to YKWrestling.com. You know, take a look at what you got to look at there. Maybe in 2023. In 2023, we're going to have an actual website. I'm going to give it until then.
Let's go.
So maybe like at the beginning of 2023, we can get something cracking. But I have nothing else to add. I have no song again. I'll be better prepared next week. I mean, it was a trial. Like I had trial segments. I had to see if y'all liked it. And I don't know if y'all like it, but I did. So I'm going to keep going with it. I just wasn't prepared this week.
It was funny. So, I mean.
Yeah. I'm going to just have I'm going to create a long list of songs. And I'm going to just have them ready. And I'm going to just check each one off each week. Big facts.
There's a gimmick.
And then one of these weeks, we're going to have our anniversary celebration. Our anniversary for our podcast was like 2 weeks ago.
So wait, does that mean Malika's gonna be here? Oh man, I don't know why I asked that question. That man ain't even been in the chat. So we got a group text between the three of us that's been up since I joined the podcast, pretty much. So about 2 years now. I think the last time my man responded to that text was when we hit him up about him getting. Yeah, it was like when we hit him up about getting married. Like that was the last time I think I heard from him. Crazy.
We gonna let it slide. You know, honeymoons take up a lot of time.
That's true. That's true.
We don't hear about, we don't hear from Malik by the end of the year though.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we live in Vegas, man. Hopefully he ain't sleeping with the fishes.
Right. Yeah, man. Gotta watch that.
I know I know for a fact that he not, because I see him post on Instagram. So shout out to Malik though.
He working. We see that. But
yeah.
Just we don't see him. That's all.
Facts. Shout out to Malik though. Because if it wasn't for no Malik, y'all wouldn't be listening right now.
I'm about to say I wouldn't be here.
He wouldn't be here. I don't know what I would be doing. I'd probably be watching wrestling right now still, but like I wouldn't be talking about it. Yeah. It's always good to talk about it. I appreciate y'all for listening. And if you made it this far, I don't know where the timer is at, but right now the timer can be ended because we gone. We out of here.